Apologies for being late. I spent the night awake. I should do in the morning. That's the reason. That's the honest reason I should do in the morning. Anyway, we'll be playing Tex Murphy. So we're gonna be a random detective. Well, I don't know much about the Tex Murphy series, to be honest, apart from that they did a thing where they got supported for their most recent one. Yes, play Mean Streets. Oh, thank God, it hasn't altered my screen to a weird point. And people can still see me, so perfect. I tried that Hercules one, thinking that might be higher, but no, it seems the highest one is the top one, VGA MCGA. Oh, funky music. That'll bring it back to the 90s. Tex Murphy in Mean Streets. So yeah, start new game. No opening, no. All the doors in all the world she had to come into mind. Your name is Tex Murphy, a private investigator in San Francisco. The year is 2033. Oh wow, 11 more years, so we don't get nuked. Hurrah! And you've been hired by a beautiful young lady named Sylvia to investigate the death of her father, Dr. Karolinski. Dr. Linsky was a prominent professor at the University of San Francisco and had been working on a secret project. Sylvia had asked him about his work several times, but he would not talk about it. Then a few days ago he jumped, or was pushed, from the Golden Gate Bridge. The police are sure it was a routine suicide, but Sylvia thinks it was murder. Your job is to solve the case. Alright, let's see how many times we can fuck this up, people. Ooh, wow, $10,000 in cash by your client. And you have 5 leads. Please refer to the getting started section of the manual for the list of leads and something. Oh, shit. Be sure to write things down and be careful to spell correctly when questioning subjects. Use people's full names. Oh, that's not good, is it? I should have prepared better. Help me with pressing H. Okay. Shit. All the 2s? Fuck. Okay, that doesn't work. Yeah, I should have realised it's gonna need a manual in it. Let's see if there's any... Aha! There we go. Additional content manual. Where is it? Oh, okay, here we go. Alright, let's see. The story. A steaming layer of thick fog hangs over the city. It's late, Wednesday night. The end of September. The weather report says the next few days will get warm. Real warm. The radiation count should climb over 70. Oh shit, maybe a nuclear war did happen, never mind. Very unpleasant. It's the kind of day that moves with the mercury, thick and slow. Funny how the work drags out with the humidity. My work and brain are trying to talk me into taking a few days vacation when the office door swings open. The symbol in the doorway tells me this isn't the pizza man. My eyes follow curves up to where the lady's silken blonde hair kind of clasps her cheek near her eyes, which are exotic. Not blue exactly, deeper than blue, sad and dangerous. If ever a woman is trouble, she's it. Well, now you definitely know it's a detective thing. Are you Tex Murphy? She asks if I'm pouts a little. Pouts at me and tell her I'm probably looking at her too long. That's me. Like I say, real professional, real cool. Ms. Linsky, Sylvia Linsky. Her eyes cloud over suddenly. They are murky and preoccupied, like mud puddles on a wet road. It's my father. Her pause is long and sad. I want you to investigate my father's death. Have you been to the police? Oh no. Have you been to the police? This is my standard reply. I don't want anyone accusing me of breaking the law. Nobody messes with the boys downtown. Of course I've spoken to them. Detective Clemens thinks Daddy committed suicide. It wasn't suicide. Daddy would never kill himself. It's murder. I know it's murder. She's getting upset. The careful line of her lipstick draws my attention to her mouth and chin that trembles just a little bit. How did you find me? I ask as I sit her down on the wooden chair that faces my desk. The chair looks dark and gritty next to her. Detective Clemens said that if I insist on throwing money away, you were the one to throw it to. Well, Miss Linsky, before we play catch, give me the background on your father's death. Then I'll decide if that's a ball game. I hear the rustle of her silken stockings. Miss Linsky crosses her legs and starts her story. My father was a professor of neuropsychology at the University of San Francisco for 15 years. He was well respected in his field and had received many awards and research grants. About 8 months ago, he took a leave of absence from the university to work on an independent consulting contract. When I asked about it, he said he couldn't tell me anything, not even who hired him. I rarely saw him after that. Right, let's get a notepad out, shall we? The client. That damn dame. Detective Clements. Yep, the guy directed her to the thing. No, Sylvia Linsky, that's what I should... Because it said full name, so I'm pretty certain it means I have to... Just in case I have to ask that. Or it would be rather funny to just ask people random questions. Right, let's take this down. University of San Francisco. About 8 months ago, let's see, he was suspended in the field and received many awards and research grants. About 8 months ago, he took a leave of absence from the university to work on an independent. He couldn't tell me anything, not even who hired him. I really saw him after that. One night I went to. Let's see, yeah, okay. So, the questions we have are, of course, who hired him? And was it suicide? Obviously. You have to rule these things out as a detective. Let's see. One night I went to his home. He was terribly upset. It was obvious that he had been drinking. He was very evasive when I questioned him. I was worried about him. He was not a drinking man. I asked if I could stay with him, but my persistence only made him more angry. Finally, he agreed to come to my apartment for dinner for the following Sunday. That was 3 days ago. Miss Linsky's body is very still. I'm not sure she is even breathing. While she is looking right at me, her eyes, which are as shiny as glass, melt. 2 tears spill from them, run down her cheeks. Last Sunday morning, I got a call from the San Francisco Police Department. They told me that my father had apparently jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. That should be an important location, shouldn't it? I might as well put this in alphabetical. They needed someone to come and identify the body. They had a witness that had seen Father jump. His car was found on the bridge. Because there was no sign of foul play, they're calling it a routine suicide. The police are usually pretty good in these matters, from what you've told. Pretty good in these matters, from what you've told me. My father did not kill himself. Her anger made her eyes viciously beautiful. He was in serious danger. Even if he had killed himself, he would never have thrown himself into the bay. Why not? I asked. Her anger faded. She uncrossed her legs and continued. As a child, he nearly drowned swimming in the bay. From then on, he'd been afraid of water. He never went swimming. He wouldn't even go to the beach for picnics. There's one thing I found. There's one more thing. I found this fax note in his desk when I went through his things. Slipped in a bag and let's get read. Professor, you were right about these boys. They play for keeps. What's your step? Did you show this to Clements? Yes, but he didn't consider it very important. He wasn't able to connect to anyone or anything. I just know whoever wrote this note knows what happened. And I'm willing to back up my belief. Zelensky, the hand went back into her bag. This time came out with $10,000 cash. I said straight up. This is my life savings, she says. I want you to find out the truth. If this is suicide, I want to know. I will accept whatever evidence you can find. But if this is a murder, and I know it is, I want to know who did it and why. The story wasn't convincing me that this was a murder, but did pique my curiosity. So did her face, and her 10 Gs. Okay, I'll do some checking out for her. Insky suddenly cool, straightened her skirt and offered me her hand. Thank you, Mr. Murphy. I trusted you would find the truth. She turned then and walked out of the office and left me staring at 10 grand. It's a lot of money in advance, even for my rich clients. My gut feeling tells me something is wrong. Maybe I'm just too cynical. I scribbled a note to my secretary. dig up any and all of the information on there we go. Dr. Karlinski. Do we include the doctor bit? Well, we'll find out, won't we? Client's father, potential victim. Well, Professor jumps to his death. San Francisco AP. Basically from the University, San Francisco, Professor Carl Linsky was found dead early Sunday after jumping the Golden Gate Bridge. West Precinct Detective Steve Clements. There we go. Detective Steve. I don't know if they're going to take on the bit of the fun, but who knows. With games like this, you can't be certain, you know? Said a witness allegedly saw Linsky jump from the bridge at about 11:20 Saturday night. Police drove the body just before dawn, and Linsky was pronounced dead at the scene. Suicide note addressed to his daughter Sylvia was later found at his home. Linsky's fiancée, Dolores Lightbody. Funny, she didn't mention that he also had a fiancée. Because that would usually be an argument for how or why a person didn't commit suicide, was that they had a fiancé, they had a wedding coming up. Dolores Lightbody. Maybe there's some bad blood between them. So yeah, Linsky's fiancée, Dolores Lightbody, indicated that the professor had been under a great deal of stress recently and had taken leave of absence from his teaching duties at the university. Funeral services will be held at 10 a.m. Wednesday at the All Saints Church. Tex, you might be interested in this article in the paper, Vanessa. It's the overview, an instructive movie where you become the main character, Tex Murphy. Tex is a rugged, handsome private detective. Oh wow, just like me. Difficult behind mentality and sometimes gets into trouble. The movie takes place in... talking, what's your goal? Help. Okay. Where to go? To the NCA Justice, there are many points of interest. I encourage go see. Refer to points of interest map. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Medical examiner who did the body. Yeah, I'll take a note of the nav things. So the Golden Gate Bridge, which is 4663. Okay. Oh shit! No, that's. But yeah, that's the university. You go to the university, which is 4663. Okay. Person who hired you. 4421. Okay. John Richards, medical examiner. Office at 4670. No, wait, 4670. 4670. Dolores Lightbody, his fiance, who, again, she didn't mention, 4920. Steve Clements, police detective in charge of the case. Police station is at NC 4680. Was it 4680? Yeah, 4680 for the police. Go visit the people or places, ask questions about names you found. Be sure to use full names in addition to questioning them about other people. You should ask them about the following. Gideon Enterprises. Why would I ask about Gideon Enterprises? Oh, maybe that's because it's, Hey, Apostolo! How you doing? Kind of. It's a futuristic game where you play as a stereotypical detective, kind of, in the year 2033. And this woman the story is the woman's coming to your office, upset. She claims that her father was found dead, having jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. Police rule it as a suicide, but she says it isn't. She also is convinced that he wouldn't have killed himself that way because he was terrified of water, especially the water around the Golden Gate Bridge. So he would not have done that. But what I also found interesting is that when just reading up the information just now, it says that her father had a fiance, but she failed to mention that. And normally when someone says, well, the person couldn't have committed suicide, they will usually point to family, fiance, and all that. But she didn't. Which makes me wonder. Which does make me wonder. Let's see, words to use. MTC Corp. Yeah, autopilot. Yeah, it did autopilot. Autopilot, key engaged. Now your destination. Press E to exit. Use your secretary information. Your secretary Vanessa and your informant Lee Chin. Call them on the video phone. Let's see. Questioning witnesses and suspect. Yeah, we'll read the rest of that once we get Stream Raiders out of the way.